first qualifying day at St. Clair Fun Fishery. Marty, it's going to be a couple of days before we really start to whittle things down as far as the Angler of the Year race is concerned. But coming in, Ott Defo is your leader. He has a 12-point lead on Jacob Wheeler.
Ott Defoe's in the driver's seat. If he makes it to the championship round, we're going to crown him the AOY no matter what the rest of the group does.
Wheeler's won back-to-back on the Bass Pro Tour. You'd be nuts to pick against him.
You know, starting out the 2021 season on the Bass Pro Tour,
the Red Crest 2021 champion!
You know, I was super pumped up, and little did I know things changed quick.
Coronavirus.
Coronavirus. Countries around the world have now reported more than 1 million coronavirus cases.
You're probably wondering what the heck's going on. You just hold on for the next few minutes, and I'll tell you about the love of my life, bass fishing, championship style.
When it comes to off the water, two anglers are best of friends.
Oh, I know I'm the best.
Jacob Wheeler in contention for Angler of the Year.
Every grade in every single sport, if you watch them, they're oozing with confidence.
It doesn't matter if they're friends, they've got to try to win.
Jacob
Dustin Connell, the 2021 Red Crest champion.
This is what I live for. Like, I love this.
Let's face it, he kind of, just what you alluded to, kind of was in Wheeler's shadow there for a little bit.
9th place over in Group B tomorrow, but he's got to make that knockout round or it's Wheeler.
He's got one of the biggest wins in his career, so it's anybody's game. Who's going to make it on top here today?
Well, day one, I'll tell you what, went pretty dang well. Sit there, reeled a few in.
Here's Wheeler. He's just had a couple of events where he really struggled.
I think he's going to benefit a bunch from that drop tournament rule that we've got. But still going to have a strong showing here, and he's on pace to.
One more scoreable gets Wheeler over 100 pounds. He'd become the 3rd angler to do that.
Man, come on, Homer.
Pressure's on Defo now.
Son, please, stop it. Thank you.
2 pounds, 7 ounces.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all. You have to keep moving. That one had some friends with him. Caught over 100 pounds of smallmouth, and I sort of could tell from practice that I had a pretty good idea that I could catch them once everything got calm. The fish were biting a lot better on Lake St. Clair in practice, at least for me. In the morning, it was not that good. And then it calmed and slicked off, and it zip, 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 zip. So day one, 100 pounds of bass. Wow. We reeled in some bass today. Gloves are dang dirty. So basically the plan was just to go out there and fish St. Clair for the first day. And the conditions were good, flat, calm. And I was able to utilize that and catch over 100 pounds of bass. I think I had 39 scoreables. I bet you I caught 50 or 60, I don't even know, a lot of bass. And so that's great and all, but the goal was to win the round, because winning the round allowed you to go automatically to the championship round. That sort of stinks a little bit because, we're still 18 pounds back right now. I think 120 pounds is the leading. So doable, but I don't know. We'll sort of have to see how we're going to play this one. I don't know exactly how we're going to play. But regardless, we qualify for the knockout round. So we're in the knockout round. We'll have a day of practice. Go try to figure something out. And go from there. Oh! I gotta go change. Gosh dang.
Group B, you will be allowed to trailer due to safety. 9 Mile parking lot is very tight with 1 entrance and 1 exit. If you plan to trailer, please pick your official up and park in a parking space. There is simply not enough room to stack departing trucks in a line. I checked, it's supposed to be blowing 10 to 12. 10 to 12 is manageable, but at 11 a.m. it's going to be blowing 22. How big a waves with 22 mile-an-hour winds sustained be?
Depends on how much time it has.
22?
It'd be 4s, 5s.
4s and 5s. It doesn't get that big on St. Clair because it's not that much depth. It's all dependent on depth. So, like,
They start rolling.
they start rolling, yeah.
4s and 5s are really hard to fish in.
Yeah, you don't want to fish in them. Hey, good luck with that car.
You'll still be cutting off. It'll be cutting
Out
off.
of the water.
Hey, I guarantee you.
Weights?
Hey, you better go largemouth.
Hey, you see what Ishmael did?
Did he catch largemouth?
Oh, 100%.
I'm sure he ish. Ishama? 100% he caught
Oh,
up.
dang, 6-pounder too.
513. Yeah.
You know, here we are, first day of tournament on Lake St. Clair. Feels good to be back, and it's supposed to be windy today.
We've had winds primarily initially out of the north, and that made it just feel really comfortable, but the change is coming.
I've already got a mindset of, hey, let me just punt. I'm not that kind of guy, though. I don't really like punting. I'm always wanting to shoot for it. I mean, like, if it's 4th and 8, I'm going for it. That's how I've always been. And today, I know that I can't do that. So,
What's the weather expected to be, and how does that impact things?
Chad, let me tell you, it's going to be a little bit different today. And actually, I should probably say it's going to be a lot different today. Yesterday was a day you don't get very often. Today, these guys are going to get a little bit of taste of what the Great Lakes are actually all about in September.
Let's try.
Yes, it was. It's down with dry eye, for sure.
I've already made my mind up. I'm going to go and fish for smallmouth a little bit, but I'm going to just try to save the day as much as I can. Maybe catch some largemouth.
There's one.
That one was
210 first green one.
3, 2, 1. Lines in and the period.
That was a really productive period.
All right. That's in the first period. I probably should have had about 7 or 8 pounds. Not nothing special, but it's really big out there.
So finally I went into the river and I quit being stubborn and I largemouth fished. I ended up catching a 5-pound largemouth.
How about that tank? Look at that big healthy sucker right there. Boom.
Santa Carl is coming to town, fishing freaks, and it is time for you to go to shopcarls.com. Starting right now through the end of the year, Santa Carl is going holiday ham on deals all over shopcarls.com, offering up to 60% off tackle bundles, even Googan Squad products. Santa Carl knows you love to fish, and he wants to make sure you get everything you want for your next fishing season. Shopcarls.com makes it easy to find the tackle that you're looking for, breaking it down into easy to find categories, and they have amazing customer service and fast shipping. And if you want to experience even more deals and get a peek at stuff before it even comes out, don't forget to become a Carl's member. So go fill up your stockings at shopcarls.com. Now on to the action.
That tank. Look at that big healthy sucker right there.
Boom. Getting it all dialed in. The weather's looking up for tomorrow. I thought it was gonna be pretty bumpy. DC's having a day out there though, I'm sure. Actually, score tracker update. Let's see what he's got. Where's he at? All right, with 30 minutes left to go in the second period, so they got basically 3 more hours of fishing time left. Leading is 66 pounds, Wesley Strader, and DC. I had to scroll too far. 22nd. He is 1 scoreable bass out of the cut. So he's in there. But it is a lot tougher day. Yesterday the cut weight, I think at the end of the day, was 35 pounds. Today, right now, it's 13. So just sort of give you an understanding of that when that wind blows, how much tougher it is to ultimately generate a bite. That's why we're thankful we didn't have to go out there in that today.
Guys, one more period left. The wind looked like it was picking up in the closing stages of period 2, JT. Do you think that we saw Scott Suggs alter his strategy? Do you think we'll find some other guys doing that as well in the third period?
You know, Chad, I really do. And the wind was kind of odd today. So they were forecasting it to blow really good today, to blow 15 to 25 sustained, maybe with possibly higher gusts. And then sometime around the beginning of the second period, it actually started to slack off a little bit. And it looked like maybe the weatherman was going to be wrong and our anglers were going to get a little bit of a break. Well, apparently all of that was the wind catching its breath.
I got soaking wet. My official got bombed by some waves too. It was actually horrible. I caught a lot of fish, just not a lot of scorables. I didn't catch a lot of big ones, but it was a fun day and it felt good to get back out on the water.
It blew its freaking head off, dude. Like, I mean, I fished in some rough stuff, but I'm just here to tell you, it was rough. It was rough. I took one on the chin today, babe. Oh, hey, you ain't alone. Hell, it sucked for me. I went largemouth fishing. It sucked. So I run out in the middle of that sucker this morning and went fishing for like 30 minutes, and I said, screw this, I'm gone. Went largemouth. I caught a 5-pound largemouth. Big old largemouth on St. Clair. It was. Highlight of my day. See you, buddy.
Oh, him plus another one. I got you, but you threw away.
I got 2 good ones.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah. I feel good about it.
We might got another dinner in play.
All right, all right. You guys catch you up to speed. You guys came in the middle of the conversation. We're talking about rock bass right now. We're not even. We're talking about dinner.
We talking
we're
about
talking about the actual
walleyes
tournament. We're talking about rock bass.
I'm trying to get that grease out of
Fillet
you.
and the walleyes and the rock bass.
Listen, tomorrow when you're around and catch us dinner.
Yes.
Walleye, rock bass.
Yes.
Any of the above, we're gonna take them. Low key, if you want to catch some of them little largemouth, we'll fillet them up too. Wherever the wind direction is blowing into, it's all of it. This out here, done. If you jump out there, you're dead.
I already know, bro. Just trying to run up that river with like 10-mile-an-hour wind. I like to die. I already
listen. I saw when I started going into the river, like you think the mouth was like disastrous. Bro, for 4 miles in the river, there was 4 to 5 footers. Yes. I speared another one 3 miles in there.
That's because it's blowing against the current. Absolutely. Stacking up.
It was the worst you ever speared one?
Bad, dude.
Day 2, you know, I'm trying to go for the win.
All right, so just getting some of the cameras ready to go. I saw that weather and I thought, man, like, look at Windfinder Pro, you know, you got it all look to like hour by hour, super forecast. Looks like it's actually gonna blow a lot more today than I anticipated, which is gonna make it tougher to generate bites. So we're just gonna play the day by ear. I don't know. That's the one thing beauty of sport tracker.
Old orange, over under. I'm even hitting that trash can right there. Come on, y'all. You probably a very little. No, you know I used to play back in the day in 4th grade. Shoot the heck out of this ball. Let's see here.
And by day's end, 20 will be moving on and 19 more out of this group will be headed home for the final time this Bass Pro Tour season. JT, this group had great weather on day number 1. Chamber of Commerce. We had 3 guys go over 100 pounds for their single day total on day number 1. Yesterday, a lot different conditions for Group B. More than a smallmouth chop. It was quite blustery out there and a rough ride for many anglers.
Wheeler right now is in a unique situation to be able to put a ton of pressure on Ike Defoe, but there's 3 other anglers, Michael Neal, Russ Lane, Brian Thrift, that's going to get a vote in that, because whoever's going to win this round gets that automatic bid in the championship round. Wheeler's 12 points back for him to get to the championship round, that means Defoe's either got to get to the championship round, or if he misses it in the knockout round, he better not miss it by much.
With 102 pounds, 4 ounces, sitting second in angler review points. Academy Sports and Outdoors, Real Tree Fishing, Fast Vanguard, Jacob Wheeler.
If I can win the qualifying rounds and advance to the championship round, the amount of pressure that I'm going to put on my buddy Ott, it's going to be a ton. So, and then obviously that would give me the best chance to gain more points. Going out there, I had a game plan, run out to St. Clair, same place I went to day one. I get out, start fishing around. You can tell very quickly that the fish are not acting like they were. And within 45 minutes, I made the comment, I said, look, this right here, I'm not gonna jeopardize my whole season to try to just win the round. I can't do that. What I'm saying by this is, you don't need to go all in sometimes just to try to, when you can sort of back off, fold, you know, when you gotta know when to hold them and know when to fold them. And that's the same thing in professional bass fishing. You have to know when to back off. I already qualified for the knockout round. The knockout round day looks like it's gonna be pretty dang windy. I'm gonna go to the river, I'm gonna practice, and I'm gonna try to put myself in the best position to make the top 10 and qualify for the championship round.
For the first time with us this week on the Bass Pro Tour, Jacob Wheeler's in a great spot. He is 18 pounds out of the lead held by Michael Neal. Wheeler can track down Michael Neal, get the automatic trip to the championship round. As Marty just said, that would put a lot of pressure on Angler of the Year race leader Ott Defoe tomorrow.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lines in.
You know, right now I'm sitting just below the cut. I'm like 7 pounds out of the cut, so we've got to make the top 20. And 7 pounds on this place is nothing. I mean, it's literally 2 bites. And I know that, and I don't feel like I'm behind at all. I feel like I'm right where I need to be at. It's gonna push me even harder tomorrow, but what I gotta do is just keep my head in it, stay out there and do what I like doing. And hopefully I can run into some smallmouth, because that's the goal.
I cooked these wings just for you because you're going to get it today.
Dang, man. I hella appreciate it. Gosh,
it's all for you, bro.
You'll win one.
One day you'll win AOY and win 4 derbies a year. You my pick to win too. He's gonna win and AOY. Prophecy right here.
Double whammy.
Ding. You got Neil. You got Real Deal to deal with though.
Dude, that's a real.
Hey, he caught 60 pounds for a cat scratch his ass.
It's unbelievable.
I said.
I'm like, what? He got.
All right, so Jacob, Adrian made the cut. Mark had a really good day. He did not make the cut. So he had a little toughie yesterday or the day prior. He didn't make the cut, so there's one last guy.
I feel pretty good about it. I don't know. This place has been windy for the last, I don't know, 12 days I've been here. It seems like windy every single day, and then today it's supposed to be slick calm, supposedly. It's supposed to be slick calm, so the first day, I mean, proud to be out there with it calm, because my goodness. But I don't know, I'm gonna pan around today, see if I can see some. Pitch out there, try to catch them, just cover water, see as many smallmouth as I can, and reel them in, hopefully. The only thing I know to do.
This could be the final day for a lot of these anglers this season on the Bass Pro Tour. Others, well, they're trying to make sure they secure a spot in the Red Crest and maybe even fish the knockout round and championship round.
Good morning, guys. We're starting the day in a little bit of spit and rain. Already got the frog togs on this morning. Of course, this is Group B going out again to give it another crack today. Group B, you might remember Group B had to fish in that really, really heavy wind. They've had the heaviest wind so far. Well, they're going to get a calm day today. And I know this doesn't look very calm behind me, but trust me, this is much more calmer than Group B had on their first qualifying day. So,
you know, me catching COVID and me going through all those trials and that low point, you know, I always think of this as everyday life. You know, people always go through struggles. They, you know, there's so much stuff that's negative out there nowadays, and through all the lows, you gotta see the bottom, and then it makes the top a lot sweeter. So, you know, me coming back, me being blessed enough to come back and go fishing, it's like a sense of gratitude. Like I'm super excited this week to go fishing, but it isn't like oh man, let's go. It's like, man, it feels so good to be back. Like it humbles you and lets you know, man, every day's precious. But you know, me having to come back from COVID, me having to get up and walk and go try to jog, and like it's been a struggle. I mean, I walked a mile every morning that I could, you know, before I came to this tournament, just trying to get back normal, get my strength back, and you know, all of that. I was trying to speed up recovery the best way I could, but you know, I kind of relate that to everyday life. You know, people go through troubles. You know, they go through. I mean, you name it, it's out there. You know, a lot of people go through a lot of bad things, but there's always light at the end of the tunnel if you stay positive and just work hard at it, and you can do it.
After yesterday, it became a two-man race in the Angler of the Year category because Brent Ehrler did not make the knockout round in Group A. Jacob Wheeler and Ott Defoe